I'm too lying. Because I can. It don't cost me shit. It might give me some money. Okay? How about that part? That part. That part. Anybody in the house? Who's in the house? Like Justine said, yours in the house. So-and-so in the house. Ah, error, Justine. Error. Who's in the house? Who's in the house? Which neck I already tried it. But I wouldn't try it. But I hope somebody is in the house. Come to the line. Come into the line. Come into the line. Come into the line. Come into the line. If you want to hear some tea, come and jam with me. Come into the line. Come into the line. Ours ain't gonna be no tea. Just come chill with me. Come into the line. Come into the line. Motherfuckers obsessed ass. I got fans, man. I never thought I'd have fans. Huh? Shit. I mean, I got supporters, commentators, you know. Be a whole fan. Or be a bad fan, huh? I think Robert De Niro had a picture about fans. About fans, about stalking fans, like a stalker type fan. Not good, not good, not good. Mm-mm. It's hard, you know. I remember working in addictions a long time ago, and me and my friend talked about this the other day that addictions used to be people with addiction issues. Now it's more mental health. You'll see more mental health than you will see addictions, huh? And that's on period poo. That's on period poo. Tasty taking everything I do. That's on period poo. Yeah, you see more people with mental health issues than addictions. That's crazy. That's bananas. As Justine said, that's bananas. Huh? That's crazy. Huh? 13 and a half, 3 thumbs up. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. And put on fire on and be my friend. Came in. I don't know. It's about just before 11 o'clock Central Standard Time here. Hey, Peep Squeak. Hey, baby. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, baby. Happy New Year.
Jack,
Let me just, uh, uh, so, do my fire right quick. Mm-mm-mm. I ain't kicking no dust. I'm at home. Okay. I'm at home. I'm at home. Which is no place like home, huh? Hey, Debbie. I mean, this, huh? Uh-oh. Oh, it's got you up to dub. I'm new here. Hey, new here. I ain't kicking up no dust. I hope your New Year's was well and well indeed. Nothing too much, people. Just chitty chatty. I'm just coming on here because I ain't got shit else to do. I could do that. Okay. Shit, just kicking up, just talking, just talking. I'm finna see though. I'm finna see because I heard some things. You know, people email me about some things. Try to get this old shaky ass tripod job back. I don't know. I mean, but come on into the line. What's going on with you, Peep Squeak? Is y'all okay down there in South? Y'all good, good? Hold on. Uh-oh. My tripod is not working. Tripoding. My tripod is not tripoding. I can't let y'all see what I got on because it shows my thing. Hey, that's oh child, oh child. Hey, if I can't say your name, if I don't say it, try to my head and my heart. Happy Sunday. The Bears lost today by just by 10. One kick off. By one kick off. By one kick off. I was mad, y'all. They going to them damn Bears. They ain't had nothing since Refrigerator Perry. I'm doing good, just ready for summer. Okay. And then I'm wondering, am I ready for summer? Shit, what that's gonna be like? At the rate we going, what's summer gonna be like? Oh, I'm getting a fever blister, y'all. So that means when you get a fever blister, anybody knows what that means? That means your body is fighting off something through a fever blister. It's not attacks your body, but your body is fighting something, whether it be blowing your nose or whatever. But a fever, I feel it. I feel it coming. Man, peep squeak, shit, I ain't never had nothing but cold. We have more months of cold than we have shit warm weather. We have warm weather sometime for a month or two. And then it's just cool, raining, drizzling or snowing here in Chicago. But I would like somewhere. That's why people tend to retire somewhere else, like Arizona. People tend to retire there because the weather at least stays the same. There ain't nothing there anymore but a bunch of witness protection program ass people and a bunch of high ass rent. Yeah, bruh. That's what Mike Epps said. Look, that's what Mike Epps said, okay? He said that they're home, New Mexico and Arizona's a home of witness protection. He said it, he said it, he said it. And I don't want to go to no town like that. Everybody hiding and shit, conniving, and moving around, huh? With sunglasses on and a wig. Yeah, so, nah. But I would like to go somewhere like my niece moved to Tennessee, deep parts of Tennessee. I would like to go to Tennessee. I would. I don't know where you at, Peep Squeak. I know you kind of southern girl, but I would like to go to Tennessee, see what it's like, because it's like, I don't know, probably the same, but they don't got no witness protection program. I wore a t-shirt and shorts on Christmas. Wow. Wow, man, we've been having so much snow and cold. We get hit here. We get hit hard. Hit hard. Hit hard. I wish I could wear some shorts. Shit, I ain't seen no shorts since the summer. And I don't wear short shorts. I just wear little knee type shorts. Oh, okay. That's what I thought. Louisiana. Yeah. I thought I ain't want to say it, but that's what I thought. Louisiana. And then you right next door to Florida. You right next door to the Gulf of Mexico. It's like you right next door to everywhere that's hot, everywhere people want to come. It's a crowd that comes there regularly to get away from this shit. Okay. People got her, yeah, a happy new year. And it'll continually be blessed. I'm full. I'm so full. I just finished eating again. I shouldn't have ate this late. I think when I get up and because I went to sleep, I got up and ate. But our Bears lost. Hope y'all still got y'all football team down there in Louisiana, New Orleans. And if anybody else is full, it's a blessing. If you had something to eat, because some people didn't have hardly nothing to eat today. So I pray and bless you that you had something good to eat, uh, that your day was fantastic. If not that, just you had something good to eat, okay? How about that part? That part alone. Louisiana. She said Louisiana. I know y'all said a little different because y'all look country down now. Nolans. Like y'all say, like New Orleans. How y'all say New Orleans? Y'all don't say New Orleans. Y'all say Nolans. Excuse me. Nolans. Nawlings. Nolans. If you're a true Southern person, if you're a true Southerner, it's Nolans. I ain't kicking on no dust. I'm just making content, okay? Just contenting, okay? Contenting. So I have a Q&A that says, favorite type of fruit? I'll try it. What is your favorite type of fruit? Fruit. And mine, I will say my favorite type is, so I like all fruit. My favorite type would be grapes, green grapes. What is your favorite type of fruit? Mine would be green grapes. I didn't come on here to combat anybody. I didn't come on here to fight. A fight that's not mine. I didn't come on here to do any of those things. I just came to say, hey, and make some content, huh? On my own. I'm at home, safe in my bed. I went to the city today, and I kicked it with my niece and my great niece. It's a blessing to have family at the family, to meet your, to mess with the family, huh? It's a blessing sometimes to for me. It's a blessing to mess with my family, you know. And if they don't want to be put on YouTube, I don't put them on here. Period. Point blank. Bottom line. Um, but I had fun with them. I watched the game, and it was just like, seconds from the Bears winning. That last kickoff, man. Talks about tailgating and all that good stuff. Shut this TV down. It's crackling loud. Now watch Neck come on here and do the same video. She gonna do the same. Watch what I tell you. She gonna do the same thing. That's gonna be her background. Fire. Hey, y'all know fire. The way you walk and talk really sets me on for a long time. Yes, it does. The way you sneeze, tease, knocks me to my knees, and I'm smoking, baby, baby. The way you swerve and curve really wrecks my nerve. I'm so excited, champ. You're not going. Oh, yeah. Push, cush. Let me know that you get your wish. Oh, no, no. Fire. Watch that's our next gonna come out with this next. Period poo. Period poo. Period poo. Got me burning, got me burning. So I have a question. So if GPS didn't exist, how would you get around? That's a question. That's a question right there. If GPS did not exist, how would you get around? From point A to point B to point C to point D. If GPS didn't exist. It's a dependency issue. Yeah, right. If GPS didn't exist, how would you ever get around? What would you do? What would you do? Go to the local gas stations. Ask somebody you see on the road. Would you pull out a map? Would you follow that map? What would you do if GPS didn't exist? Get there the best way you could. Be driving around for hours. If you know north, east, west, and south, you be driving. I'm gonna go north. This is north. This is north. I'm gonna go north. How'd you get around if there was no GPS? How would you handle your business if there was no app? Wasn't no app to handle your business. Everything an app. Would you just go on the app? Fuck it. Go on the app. How would you pay your taxes if there wasn't a written form, huh? And wasn't online? How would you pay your taxes, huh? Would you pay your taxes? Probably not. Probably some people don't even pay their taxes, okay? But you gotta pay the taxes. You gotta pay the man. You gotta pay the man, though. You don't give a damn if you do it by paper, app, or whatever. You better do it. How would you file your taxes? Or pay? Just file. File them. File them. Just file them. How would you file your taxes? Without an app or with an app? Which one would you do? Just a sleeping video. I will be asleep shortly because I've been up a long time. I'll let the fire discern my spirit. If the fire go off, they show one commercial. Hopefully I'll be woken. I can switch it. But I think this is the one that don't show commercials. Peace, deuces. But yeah, file your taxes. How you do that? If ain't no written way to do it. Would you file online? Excuse me. Do another app. But then what if it wasn't no app? So what you gonna do? What I had to eat today? I had Popeye's chicken, biscuits, beans and rice and beans, and some coleslaw. Hope you had something good to eat today. But this is gonna be a sleeping live. Okay, this is gonna be a sleeping live. I'm just not letting y'all see me sleep. Hey, it's me, Chrissy. Hey, baby. Happy New Year. Girl, miss me, Chris. I'm gonna do a Cuz. Look, Cuz, do a sleeping live. I might be snoring. I don't know. I'm gonna see. Cause this how I go to sleep at night. Peed poo. The last week has been a long week. We had Christmas along with New Year's. Oh my goodness gracious. My grandbaby here for Christmas. Oh, and everybody wants something for New Year's, okay? The New Year's, okay? And I said, damn, all my grandkids. I got 11 grandkids. Hell bad. And I sent them all something. As far as money concerned, I sent them a gift. Money. Do what you want to do. Make sure they do what they want to do with their money. Let them do what they want to do. Watch, this is what Tasty is coming up with next. She coming with fire. Believe me. Believe you me. Believe you me. Believe you me. Not coming with the fire. Or her other how do you even call that shit? Her other thingies. Other hanger on us. Goons. I call them goons. All the goons. Messing with my Tashana. You're a goon, Nick. You're a goon. You're a goon. Just because you don't use your own name don't mean it's not you. Goon. The Goonies. Ah, the Goonies. Ah, the Goonies. Ah, the Goonies. I'm so full. Oh. Now, if y'all hear some snoring in the background, it's probably because I'm full. You know, usually I don't snore. I reject that. I don't snore. I'm not a snoring person. But if I'm fat and full, then I'd probably be a snory a little bit. You might hear a little snoring a little bit. Hopefully I'm past gas. Child bad. Welcome into the live. Thumbs it up as you come in. Talk among yourself. And I can see it. It ain't gonna hurt nobody to get on down. It ain't gonna hurt nobody to get on down. Don't start with me. Ain't what it say. And I won't start with you. Hey, hey, hey. That ain't what it say, but ain't gonna hurt nobody to get on down. Ain't hurt nobody. Ain't mad at nobody. Ain't mad at nobody. I'm full, I'm sleepy, and I had a wonderful day. doing? Excuse me. Chicken is filling. That shit is beans and rice, man. Shit. Pop ass beans and rice. I had pop ass chicken today. Rice and beans and coleslaw. That shit is thick. Excuse me. Excuse me. Just advice from a personal outlook. Don't eat Popeyes and then 2 hours go to bed. Them beans and rice, I don't know what that shit made out of, but man, that's all I taste. Shit, much less the chicken. That's why I cook for myself. Mm-mm. I guess if it's a sleeping video, I guess I should let y'all see me sleep. Right. Mm-mm-mm. I don't know how a big motherfucker could eat a whole plate of food like that and go lay down. I'll sign up for a while. It's too filling for me. It's too much. So what thing? I can't reach it. Oh, so, is this shit not working no more? Excuse me. Come on, baby. Okay. Two out of five. I got my burp out. Got my bed head on. Bed head. Bed head. This is pretty much how my night goes. The back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth. Oh, shit. I'm full. Shit, I don't like to go to bed full. I don't know who could eat and lay straight down. This shit's not okay. kind of full. Too full. That Popeye saying like it's extremely greasy. Excuse me. And then usually I go sleep on something like this. Y'all can't see it. Hopefully they don't dox me.
For adults with type 2 diabetes, do you know about Mounjaro? With
I'll fly
Mounjaro,
it back on in 1 minute.
4 people reached an A1C of less than 7.
Caesar uses rabbits to provide a test for Oscar's fierce prey drive.
Curiosity's fine. It's just he's talking up. Most of the time when they're doing that, the next step is to move in for the kill. So, hey, that's when Oscar show the true colors. That's when he show I'm actually a killer.
Each week, the Dog Whisperer production offices are flooded with submission videos from frustrated dog owners.
She has jumped in our fire pit. She's burned her front paws. She melted her whiskers. Nothing works.
The show's producers screen tapes to determine which dogs to select for the show. But there's one important person who doesn't watch the tapes, Caesar Milan.
It's a rare exception that Caesar would view the audition tapes because he doesn't want to know what he's walking into. He likes to form his own opinion based on the behavior of the dog and certainly doesn't want our opinion of what the dog's problem is.
When you meet me for the first time, that's all I know about you. But this particular case, my producers asked me to watch this tape because they felt that it's an emergency that needed to be attended.
The tape concerned a pit bull named Oscar. His owners, Renee and Sebastian Bea, were expecting their first child and running out of time.
We didn't know if we were going to be able to do Oscar's story, but because Renee was pregnant, we wanted to give them some kind of advice. Caesar happened to be in the office one evening, and so we showed him the videotape.
I watched the tape, which is about a baby to be born and a dog that is afraid of children and possibly can bite a kid. And in my opinion, it's an urgent situation.
Oscar is the second pit bull that Renee and Sebastian have adopted. They already had success with their first one, Lola.
I think we wanted a playmate for Lola. I had a friend tell me once that your second child is that very foolish decision you make because the first child is just so well behaved. Oscar, yes. He was very popular on our block, and just because he was such a ham.
The two pit bulls even won the affection of Renee's sister, Nikki.
I wasn't the biggest dog person at that time, but it was about a day and a half, and then I was hooked with them because they're so cute. When I first noticed Oscar's fear of children, there was a little girl wanted to pet the dogs. She had her little bone. She was trying to tell Oscar to sit, and he was hiding behind me. And then she came a little closer, and he growled. And to be honest, I was really surprised because he had been fine with kids. He seemed calm until a child pet him. A couple weeks later, I took Oscar to the vet, and same thing happened when a little girl tried to pet him. And he growled and he bared his teeth, and this time it was a lot stronger of a reaction. For some reason, things in the bathroom definitely
in this area.
Oscar also seemed afraid of various objects, including baby dolls, so the Bayes brought in a trainer.
This trainer observed Oscar's nose flushing, his ears flushing, his ears flicking, things that were subtle that we never noticed. And she pointed out these are stressors.
A year after adopting Oscar, Sebastian and Renee moved across the country to the San Francisco Bay Area. Oscar's behavior with kids continued to concern them.
We used a lot of counter conditioning to certain things he would be afraid of. Good boy. And he learned a lot of really cute tricks, but it was never sufficient to go to a playground or go to a setting where we could expose them to children.
At that point, the Bayes learned that Renee was pregnant.
It was, obviously great news, and we were very excited. But unfortunately, it put a timetable on Oscar.
We were always afraid that Oscar might bite. And so we set the poor dog up with a doll that opens and closes her eyes.
At first, I was hopeful when we were showing the doll to Oscar that he would just be fearful and flee, but then he didn't eventually snap. A child could do something that could set him off unintentionally, and it's very hard to break Oscar out of that kind of zone.
With preparations for the baby well underway, the Bayes rushed their audition tape to the Dog Whisperer offices.
We had already started talking to our veterinarian about putting Oscar down. We really hit a dead end.
And Nikki already had her flight booked to say goodbye to Oscar.
I would have flown from anywhere to say goodbye to Oscar because he's such a loving dog. To know that this magnificent, just handsome little dog needs to be put to sleep was devastating. He just doesn't deserve it. He deserves a lot more than that.
My shit almost still.
Pull himself back a little bit. You saw the eye contact?
Once Caesar saw the tape and realized that Renee was due in less than 2 months, he really saw an urgency.
And so when they pulled her away from, then he saw an opportunity to attack.
What?
Which that's what most of the time people do. So that is definitely they need a assistance right away.
When Caesar called, it was, it's kind of like the call we were waiting for, and we didn't know if the phone was going to ring, but when it did, it all made sense.
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Oh, pretty good.
We recognize the voice. So that's our Friday night date. Every Friday night is the Dog Whisperer.
Well, I watched the tape, and I would like to offer my help.
So my producers will get in contact with you
So this way you can have a nice delivery.
with no tension, and at the same time, we're gonna be working with Oscar.
Well, thank you so much. I believe we told you're the only person who can. Wish you could see the smiles on our faces.
Well, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. And thanks for your trust. And don't worry about Oscar.
Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Bye bye, guys.
All right.
For me, it was a really peaceful moment. It was, I don't know, just lifted this huge weight. Bye.
20 days later, a Dog Whisperer crew member arrives to pick up Oscar. After a 340-mile drive, he will arrive at the Dog Psychology Center to begin his rehabilitation.
You're gonna do great, buddy.
You there, buddy. All right, have fun. Be good. We really want for Caesar to be able to give Oscar his confidence back so that he can handle situations and not go into complete fear and aggression when something comes up that he doesn't understand.
Hey. I knew that he was nervous towards blow dryers and knew he was nervous about household objects. If you have a dog that's just nervous, it's not such a big problem. But when you have a dog that is aggressive in another area, that
is the problem here. As Caesar introduces Oscar to his pack, he learns of an incident that occurred on the trip. When Oscar was introduced to a Chihuahua that accompanied the crew, he suddenly showed signs of aggression.
So he was a little more aggressive with the little one? They had a problem with little dogs, but they never told me that. I actually found out when Oscar arrives.
Now Caesar knows he'll need to deal with Oscar's aggression towards small animals. But since children are his main concern, Oscar's rehab sessions include older kids who have experience in handling dogs.
This is definitely amazing. Anybody that is 4 feet tall, really, really good. Any dog that is not a small dog, absolutely fantastic. So those are his qualities. Those are something that we should take in consideration. And now we're going to use dolls that look like babies because we can't use real babies. So my instincts say begin with the big baby. And I'm gonna bring him here. There you go. Right here. So there, see it? If he was aggressive towards the doll, he would have launched right away. When I observed his video, the owners were definitely trying to mimic like a real child with a leash on. At one point, he said, "I don't want to meet him." But then they keep moving forward. That's when they trap him, and that's when you saw the launching. So his behavior, he's keeping distance. Distance is fantastic. Distance is good. Distance is healthy. So he's maintaining very submissive state. That's the Oscar that the owner knows the most. So I'm gonna bring a different baby here. Bring it down. See, he's not aggressive. He just walks away. And that's better. Curious, little sniff. That's good. I'm sure you can. Insert. Good boy. That's good. That's good. That's better. That's better. See, the reason why I tap right now like that is because he was getting excited, also anxious. That's why he's licking his chops. It's anxiety. What do I do with him? Normally, I don't know how to behave calmly with him. So by me doing this, I actually help him to snap him out. Very good. That's why I always say, teach children no touch, no talk, no contact. Look at these dolls are actually following the rules. No, that's fine.
But real children don't always follow the rules, and that leads to another phase of Oscar's rehabilitation.
So today we are presenting Oscar with a almost like a party, and we invite a lot of kids. Before we do anything psychological, meaning becoming more comfortable with kids, that's a mental thing. I always make sure he exercises, so he's in a calm state. And what I have done in the past is Kaylee and I would come here, and she gets to watch him on the treadmill. There you go. Did you love him? And it gives them a chance to experience the baby close in close proximity. There you go. Hey, no, that's fine. All those sounds are very important to really see, what makes them nervous. Very good, Mr. Hunter. All right, so this is doing good. Now we're gonna go inside. I always bring a role model for him to imitate the behavior. So I'm gonna bring Daddy. Very good. Hold on. You can see he gets nervous if you come on this side. That's what he's doing now. It was not until a child became close to Oscar that he felt trapped. And then any trapped animal is going to respond fight flight. A predator is going to more likely fight. Dogs are predators. Very, very good. Very good. So the point of this exercise is if the kid doesn't come to him, he doesn't have a problem with it. If he was aggressive with kids, any movement, any sound, as we have seen with little dogs or little animals, as you can see, he's excited. just what we want. This is what Daddy does. Obviously not ready to be left off the leash. Oscar doesn't have a problem with children over than 5 years of age. He follows them. He's comfortable. He plays with them. He has a problem with children who are under 5 years of age.
Mm.
He doesn't have a problem with babies. So it will be from 2 years of age to five. This is the problem that he has because this is when humans are exploring. This is when our babies need to be taught how to lead a dog.
There's also the problem of Oscar's behavior around small animals.
That's when Oscar show the true colors. That's when he show I'm actually a killer. Now avoidance is not good either. If he looks at them and then walked away, which that's what he did right now, that to me is not a good sign. That means he can snap or he can just say, well, I want to relate now in a fighting manner. I want to go after you.
Caesar uses rabbits to provide a test for Oscar's fierce prey drive.
Those who served, their spouses and children, and the generations that follow. Those are our people. And we've been proudly serving them for over 100 years. Because here, we take care of our own. USAA. Become a member today.
Reese's and Hershey's Zero Sugar. New goals never tasted so good.
The winter breeze sale is now on. Visit sandals.com today.
Meet ModMax. Contemporary design pairs nicely with the flexibility and customization of this modular sectional. Shop ModMax at your local Ashley.
What is it about Chamberlain University that makes our nursing students so successful? Our culture of support gives every student peace of mind. Care isn't just what we do, it's who we are. That's what you can expect from the #1 largest nursing school in the country, Chamberlain University.
That's why I go sleep with the fire on.
Curiosity is fine. It's just he's walking up. Most of the time when they're doing that, the next step is to move in for the kill.
People never been around dogs, trying to train dogs. Man, you ain't even trying to train them. Just go along with the dog.
So Oscar is a work in progress. He needs more time. I'll be able to work more consistently with him and expose him more often to the situation. Right now, he's just learning how to be with the dolls, and he has been with the rabbits. It's a slow process, because I want to make sure that he's 100% rehabilitated.
By this time, Renee Bea gave birth to their newest family member, a baby girl named Maria Soul. Renee and Sebastian's other dog, Lola, is easily adapting to the baby's presence. But with Oscar still struggling to control his prey drive, Caesar must make a difficult decision.
The reason why Oscar is not ready to go back to any family, not just this family, any family, is because the risk of him hurting himself or hurting somebody is too high.
And then Caesar proposes an exchange with the Beas. He will keep Oscar as a member of his pack and continue to work with him. In return, the Beas will get Sinjin, a black lab who, along with his packmate Cujo, had been the subject of an earlier dog whisperer story. When their owner's physical problems left her unable to care for either dog, it was time to find them new homes.
We saw Sinjin on TV, and he seemed really sweet and playful, and we're hoping it's a really good match for Lola. But I'll admit, I cried like a baby. I was still will always mourn the loss of my canine teammate. It was just a finality, but it's a much better finality than ending his life.
So we are still in new house. What we're doing is we are changing Oscar for Sinjin because Oscar was not a good fit for this home. And and St. John is definitely going to be the perfect match for this home. So I'm going to meet this girl right here. Her name is Lola, with a very nice, glamorous pink outfit, so we can check social skills. Not good. No, that's not good. You should not greet humans like that. My lord. Aren't you gonna have fun, Mr. Sanders? Look at that. We know St. John for a couple of weeks. He's the typical happy-go-lucky Labrador, and this is a happy-go-lucky pit bull. And we don't want two excited source of energies in one place. So it's very important that one calms down or the both calm down. So let's go bring the dog.
For this crucial introduction, Lola will be meeting not only St. John, but 2 other members of Caesar's pack.
I think it's only fair to see how she reacts to my balance pack. And if they have a perfect dog, they have a perfect dog. But in reality, they had an excited dog. This behavior that we're seeing and experiencing has nothing to do with aggression. It's a typical conversation from a dominant territorial point of view. We needed to remove that layer of excitement, and then I claimed the space and let them know that I was going to control the interaction. And so after that, then we got to see the loving Lola, the friendly Lola, the social Lola. What you see is these dogs are not here to take over. They're just here analyzing my home. Then she goes into a playful state. She's really liking the guys. Every time you have a pit bull or a Rottweiler or a very powerful breed, it's very important to check social skills. It's really important. Not just with humans, but also with dogs. Hey. The guys are playing. She is taking it from a different point of view. See? Hey. So what that says is this family did not just have problems with Oscar, they also have problems with Lola. You see those little things?
When the other 2 dogs are removed from the yard, it's time for Lola and St. John to begin bonding with each other.
Oh, yes. This is beautiful. They're getting along well. Now they're touching into the excited submissive state. That you saw how they were prancing to the side and looking from the side and doing this thing. That is acceptance. That is beautiful. And I knew that was going to happen. Hey guys, finally nice to meet you. How are you? You're pretty tall. You didn't look tall on the video, man. You lied to me. How are you, man? Thank you, yes. Is she awake?
She's waking up, so we might get a grunt here.
Oh. Maria Sol, fantastic. Well, I wanna before we talk about Oscar, and I want your experience in St. John. You can change the name, he doesn't care, and you probably will, right? And Lola and St. John are the same energy-wise, but their playfulness can take over people's inexperience, and then they go from excited submissive, which is happy-go-lucky, to excited dominant. Okay, so very important that we address that right away. Every dog that's using natural common sense never approach a female with her puppies excited. Always approach very gentle. So we want to tell dogs the way you would approach puppies. I want you to approach my child. Don't jump on my child. Just be gentle with my child. He's going to be attracted to sound. He's going to be attracted. This is beautiful. I love she's saying something is happening here. That's the beauty of a submissive mind. Submissive mind wants to help, always. So when they are crying on the crib, love it. That can harm. Even though she's interested to try to help, just her nails can disarm. And that aspect, Sinjin had a better understanding about how to deal with the under stress moment. And her, she just feel excited. So we have to regulate the excitement because excitement can also hurt.
Right.
How does she feel now?
She feels good. Honey, it's good. It's Caesar.
How are you? Good? I love that little pound thingy. Then we went inside the house because I wanted to see what the rules and the boundaries and the limitations are at home. This is where the dogs have to be the most submissive dog. I like the ritual, that Renee has for feeding purposes. And I like how she has divided the crates. It's very important to avoid eye contact during feeding time. As my mom would say, you can't fight with your brothers and sisters about food. So when we feed all of dogs at the same time, we never, ever feed an excited dog.
Yeah.
We always feed the calmest dog in the pack.
So we can take advantage then of if Sinjin reaches that state first.
He becomes the source.
He gets to eat, and she has to wait until she gets there.
This is great.
I think you like your bed, Sinjin.
Oh, he likes it. He didn't complain about it. So what's his new name?
Zorro.
Antonio Banderas Zorro or which Zorro?
Yeah.
He looks like Antonio.
Adventure Zorro. He's handsome. He's gonna have a lot of adventures here, and we're a Latino family, so you need a Latino name. This neighborhood is full of black labs, so we joked that Sinjin will give Lola a little bit of street credibility here.
So by having Sinjin in the house, that Pitbull, Lola, get to have that inner conversation from people because they're not going to focus so much on Lola anymore, right? They're just going to say, wow, Lola lives with a Labrador. So she's a good dog then. She was a good dog already. It's just now she's with a Labrador.
When we adopted two pit bulls, we really wanted these dogs to be ambassadors to the breed, and in his own way, Oscar changed a lot of hearts and a lot of minds. He may not have been the perfectly balanced dog that we worked to try and make him, but a lot of people in our lives that after meeting Oscar and his incredible affection decided, someday they want to own a pit bull too.
I am the dog whisperer.
I checked Allstate first, saved hundreds on my car insurance. Unfortunately, I didn't check to see if anyone was watching before I stole cotton candy from a child. Well, at least I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds.
This is the Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers, or blasting the air conditioner, because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, so the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long. Save up to $500 now on select adjustable mattress sets and experience deep, undisturbed rest. Shop now at TempurPedic.com.
I work as a dietitian and Dan works as a personal trainer, so we both like to be healthy. Dan had always wanted a dog, so we decided that we were definitely going to get one together.
We had a bit of a difference of choice, and Leanne wanted a Basset Hound, and that wasn't my sort of pace. I wanted a quick dog and something with energy, so I wanted something like a husky. So we trawled through this dog book, and we found this dog, and it's an absolute Cleekine, so that's something in the middle.
Kimber has a lovely nature with us, and she's very intelligent, so she'll pick some tricks up really quickly. And she makes us laugh, really.
When I finally got my dog, I was so happy to have her around, and I wanted
wanted to take her outside and do a personal training with her and take her to the park. But unfortunately, I can't do everything I want to do with her because of the behaviour.
Sit. Sit.
The first time I walked her, unfortunately, she met an aggressive dog. And that other dog went for was barking at her, and she was absolutely petrified, hiding behind my legs. I thought she'd always just be scared of them and always run a mile in a different direction.
But now she sees the dog and goes for it.
When Kim sees a dog, she's in a craze. She's lunging for the dog. She's trying to get to the dog. I sometimes play Pac-Man. I see a dog, I walk the other way, completely in the opposite direction. Sometimes I see a dog and I have to walk through bushes and hedges and all sorts of things just to try and avoid getting close to these dogs.
It can be embarrassing because other people look as if to say that we've never tried to train her before. There was one time when we were in the garden and Kimber could hear our next door neighbour's dog. She tried to lunge herself over the top of the garden fence, and my instinct was to just stand in the way and stop her, but she bit my face because she was trying to get over the dog. The thing I'm most afraid about is that she might seriously injure another dog, and I'm terrified that she'll start to develop the same behaviour towards people, and you won't be able to stop her.
Never get rid of Kimber. She was a curse. At the end of the day, if Kimber said she made some dog or a person, then I could potentially mean that we're going to have Kimber put down or something like that, which we'd absolutely hate. It's absolutely perfect in every single way.
You're so enthusiastic when you first get a new pup, but then as she's got worse, you feel as though we're letting her down. It's just that we don't know what to do for the best for her, and that's why we'd like to know what to do to put it right.
She's just going to click his fingers and she's going to be alright, but I've had her behaviour for a year and a half now. I don't know what we can do to sort her out.
Kimber has a problem with fear aggression towards dogs.
So you can't bring a dog in here? You can't take her within maybe 100 metres of another dog. She'd be going crazy.
When she gets into that state, how do you get?
I get nervous, I get kind of worried.
How nervous do you get from 0 to 10?
10.
Not bad.
Yeah.
And you?
Maybe an 8 or 9. It's just
That's pretty bad then.
Yeah.
They see that the human is not in control, so somebody has to protect the family, because the whole point is to maintain the survival of the pack. She's working. She that's her job. The reason why she gets that bad is because your fear level is that bad. So you are attracting other dogs. The chances of you guys getting killed by a pack in the mind of a dog is super high, because you're at the weakest level. I mean, he's a big guy, right? But with the fear, is very small. So it's the mind overpower the body.
She picks up on the line.
Super, like that. So she feels that, you guys are gonna get killed.
And she's trying to protect.
No, she's not. She is protecting, but she's protecting fear, not you anymore. When a person say she's fear aggressive, that dog is insecure. And so what I'm going to teach you today is how to help her feel safe.
Caesar needs a canine companion to help with Kimba, so he goes to check out Sonny, the next door neighbor's dog.
I needed to find out who Sonny was, obviously, in order for us to ask for help. And he was the perfect dog.
I'm very excited, but there's also all the weight. I want to use that energy.
I mean, as a happy-go-lucky dog, and this type of dogs are the one always mediating, making sure the pack is always in friendly terms.
But it's cute. It's super cute. It's like a big panda bear mixed with something else. Well, now we know why he gets overweight. Look at him. He got a free buffet. You know the lady next door is a nutritionist, huh?
Big head ass, cute
It's a
dog.
trainer. So you're gonna look better right after you make friends with Kimba. So look at him. Let's go before I follow him and take him to LA.
away, you look like a coyote from LA. In a pack of dogs, when they form, as the front, as the middle, and as the back. Everybody plays a role within the pack. In the case of Kimba, a submissive dog that is almost timid. In a pack, she will be way in the back. Those are very sensitive. But at the same time, those are the weakest link. In the pack, she will be way in the back. And she will be absolutely fine, and she will do an amazing job. But in this pack, she's in the front. So that worries her even more. You know, you have a really good looking dog next door. The dog in the middle is the happy-go-lucky dogs. They're always in a submissive state. Sunny will be in the middle. You know, they don't want to take anybody's position. They just want to make sure everybody gets along. I wanted to take away her territory, her house, and her humans, and bring her into a new place to see how aggressive Kimba was. That's a bad habit. So we stop in the bad habit. That whine that he's doing is he wants to be. He wants to be. But he's so excited. I'm definitely gonna need you to go in there and put a leash on him and just move him from the door.
A dog whisperer producer helps Caesar introduce the two dogs.
At this point, I need somebody to just give him a little distance. You got him?
Yeah.
That's better. So I'm gonna let the leash go. I'm gonna hold Sunny. So this is her by herself, and that just shows you there's no aggression, right? The aggression is created by the fear of the owners. Now we're gonna go into their owner's house.
When we first walking Kimber in, it was scary at that point. We have never seen Kimber that close to another dog.
Just take the leash off.
I was quite worried for Kim as well, because obviously Sonny's a big dog, and if Kim was going for him, then Sonny might retaliate.
You gotta disagree. Ready? That's right. You can laugh as much as you want. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. See that? See, so all of that, yeah. See, yeah. So here, once you see. That's right. There you go. Her thing is, you can't get near my pack. So that's not aggression. That's just territorial behavior. But if you react this way, then you hold on to that energy. The feedback that she's getting is my two loving humans are tense. Get it?
Yeah.
Come on. There you go. The only thing your dog is gonna do this.
Yeah.
Like that. Right?
Yeah.
So this is a more organic conversation. She's getting more and more curious about it. This is beautiful. We're not gonna do anything. Whatever she do right now, she's not gonna do it. See it? Good. Wait, no.
It was scary at that point, especially when we saw Kimber snapping at Sunday and Caesar had asked us to just stand back and let try and resolve it.
There was a beautiful conversation going on with Kimba and Sunny. It was a dominance ritual where you get to see a dog that is not sure asking to be dominated. She was asking. They're not gonna punch each other, but they're going to touch each other. What they're doing is they're testing who's stronger. It's good. And she's asking for it. She she was pushing Sunny, so Sunny can bring his dominant game. Sunny at one point he pounds, and he just became inflated, and you get rah. It's just to prove a point. I know how weak you are, and therefore you can't control me. You see, dominance and submission. You saw how she's quiet and did this. So her instincts are saying submit, but her bad habit is saying I don't. He knew she was weak. You see what he did? He inflated his chest and he pounced on the ground. And that bark that you heard, that was a dominant bark, not aggressive bark. Her bark was submissive. And she liked it. That's the bark. I mean, if we let them finish, we move away, he will not kill her. He will just control her without a bite. He's not using his physical, he's using his psychological self. And so she's throwing all the punches, and he's like, staying right there.
Never looked at it that way. I mean, so I thought she was being aggressive and she was trying to dominate her, but
No, that's not an aggressive dog. No, I mean, he can tell you. He will tell you, this is an aggressive dog.
she doesn't want to boss, she doesn't want to be in a face.
That's the way dogs do it. They don't send flowers.
It was tense, but it was amazing at the same time.
So, nice.
When Caesar told me that Kimber wasn't an aggressive dog, it was the opposite to what everybody else always told us.
That's pretty good. Turn around. That's it.
So it was a relief, really.
I think it was a great thing for Dan and Leon to observe nature in the backyard. That's beautiful. You don't have to go to Yellowstone to see that. Look at him. Sonny helped us a lot because he was the people whisperer. Thanks to him, Leon and Don get to see the Kimba can be around another dog. Only if she misbehaved, then you correct her.
We were treating her completely differently. We were pulling her back and constantly stop. But all she needed is a firm, I'm in charge, you're not going to go for this other dog. I'm Pally, I'm looking after you.
Obviously, she's learning not to react this way, and you're also learning not to get tense.
Yeah. I think the most important thing was how we're feeling and what we're thinking from here affects how Kimber responds. It's natural for me to sort of be affectionate with her, where it's maybe not so natural for me to be more assertive. So I know it's something that I've got to work on.
Because you're training yourself to trust yourself.
Yeah, I'm really wanted to take her on the farm tonight. Somewhere that I've never taken her before without being worried. People do different things differently now.
We're using him as a role model. Look, when you're around him, all dogs are cool.
There's a way out for her, and there's a way for her to get better. That gave us more confidence in knowing that we can do the right thing for her.
It's amazing how you have the right dog for you and the perfect neighbor. Yeah, that's a blessing.
This is zero sugar. The don't eat the whole bag rule still applies.
We come to Walden University for more than just a degree. We come here to make an impact. Get the W.
Walden University. Set a course for change.
No matter what kind of teeth you gotta brush, Oral-B Electric cleans better with one simple touch. Oral-B's dentist-inspired round brusher hugs them, cleans it, and gets in between them for 100% cleaner teeth. Your perfect clean starts with Oral-B.
Oh, there you go. You got my grill stuff. Thank you. Babe. Hey, the tongue. Babe.
We found Ellie in the local kennels. She was a stray. She'd been walking and they picked her up.
Took her home that day. So, yeah, that's where the Ellie story began. Probably the first month or two, she was pretty much okay.
Ellie soon developed a long list of problem behaviors, leaving Sam and Russell baffled about how to handle them.
November 5th, I think it's the time when she really changed. Come on, it's alright. Come on. Come on, it's alright. When Ellie hears a loud noise, she'll go and hide behind the sofa, or she'll run upstairs. Oh, Ellie, what are you doing? If she's in the garden, she'll run. And she jumped our gates. We've got 6-foot gates. I'm most afraid of Ellie getting run over. Every time Ellie gets away, I think that's going to be the last time we've gone. Getting her to the front door for a walk, she doesn't want to know at all. Come walkies. When we just say to Ellie, come on, walkies, she doesn't want to go. Initially, she hides. Come on, we're going walkies. Come on. This way. Come on, let's go for it. And we have to drag her. We have to drag her through the house. Come on. Ellie, come on. Come on, through here. Come on. Come on, walkies. Come on. Once you get her up on her feet, then she'll walk, but she hates it. She doesn't like it if she's got a tail between her legs. We haven't got that many friends that have dogs, so they'll think we're mad to keep her because she is constantly jumping up at them, hassling them. She's got to be at the forefront, and she jumps up and she just makes a nuisance of herself. Ellie spends most of her time in the kennel because of the way she behaves. If it's not her crate in the hallway, it's her kennel in the garden because she's just constantly too much. We've gone 3 years with had Ellie now, and it has been a constant struggle, literally from the month after we got her. I hope Caesar just can help us turn Ellie into just a normal dog. Hi, Caesar. Thank you. Well, Caesar, we need your help with our dog Ellie. She's very noise sensitive. If she hears a noise like a firework or a door slamming, she just bolts. She'll jump. The chairs are on the gate there because for some reason she just wants to bolt. She'll jump that. She's run away a couple of times and we're just worried that she's going to get run over.
So what have you tried to help her snap out of it, pretty much, right?
We've tried a CD full of noises of fireworks.
Oh, okay.
And
But what was she doing when she was hearing the CD? Was she engaged in something? For example, I put dogs on treadmill before I play a certain sound. So I let the mind get engaged at a high level. Then I bring the sound slowly and take it high.
Right. We've had a couple of dog trainers come and try and help us with her. We were told to keep her in certain parts of the house and not let her have a free run of the house. And we were told to keep her off the furniture and keep her on a lead, for dropping furniture. Yeah. But it never really seems to get anywhere with it.
Even if I teach you whatever technique, if you don't follow through, it's meaningless.
We don't want Ellie to be confined to one room. She's a family dog. That's the reason we got her.
Yeah, but you have a fearful family dog, right? So to have the big picture, you in a way you need the confinement because it helps you mold the mind.
Okay.
It's not a forever thing, and she's not ready for the whole house. And what they see is that they can't really trust you because you don't know how to follow through.
Right.
So instead of the dog going to a fearful state and going towards you, the dog rather escapes. This dog is beyond insecure.
Yeah.
So the instability, you have to create rules, boundaries, and limitations. They can't have all of it when they don't know how to act in it.
Right.
So after the consultation with Sam and Russ, I realized that one thing that we have to help them to achieve with Ellie is to make sure they just help Ellie to cross the living room so they can go for a normal walk. But the key here is to stay calm because we have a dog that is frightened. When you're talking the whole time, the brain can calm down. It's impossible.
Come on, Ellie. Let's go walkies. Come on. Come on, Ellie.
They were pulling, carrying, dragging, and it was only a physical way of communicating. When you ask her to come out of the couch, she didn't participate in it. We pretty much pulled her out of the couch. Yeah. You need to allow the animal to figure it out. Otherwise, you figure the whole thing. That's what Ellie was never involved in rehabilitation. She's already showing you. I'm a little sensitive about it. See, she's moving in. There you go. So here, she's participating in that. Here, I'm just going to invite with very little. So it's normal for her to go back because that's what you have taught her. So here, I'm going to put a little resistance here. It gets to a point where she has to move this way. You got to take it to a spot. We're not going to go anywhere until she just smoothly comes out of there. It's very easy to pull and to grab it, but if you keep doing that, she will keep doing that all the time. So we just want just a little bit of that. Yeah. So to her, that's a big mile. The basics were do it by steps. You know, don't look at the big picture. Just look at the small little steps that your dog can give you. You put a little tension. Can she give you relaxation? See, those little things mean so much for a dog. Oh, yeah. So you have to let her know, okay, so what is it that pull? There you go. What is it that pull means to me? Yeah. Right? So I say, well, that pull just means I'm inviting you. Yeah. But I'm inviting you not to shut down. I'm inviting you just to be relaxed with. Because I want you to associate the leash with bringing you closer to me. You're saying walk is when the mind is tense. Yeah. Okay. What I'm doing is I'm repeating this ritual so she sees how consistent I am. Look at that. She's right there. She's showing you. There you go. And she changed right there. That's right. That's right. That's right. Look here. A little bit of tension. I see when she's tense, when she gets into that state, she switch right there. So at that moment, you stop talking. To see Ellie in a state of not wanting to come off the sofa and then coming off the sofa in different stages was fantastic. Yeah, really a lot of progress.
And we did always see the big picture. That's the only picture we saw was the end result of getting her out straight away. But we never thought about the smaller steps for that progress.
So that I take in consideration that. A nail, there you go, see it? So the rest, she does it. Yeah. The exercises that we did with Ellie were milestones. It's like if we would have gone on a marathon, there were big, significant activities for her where she actually got able to participate. There you go. That's the one. That's good. That's a good one.
The most important thing is to be more calm. Not to get so stressed with Ellie, but to get her into a calm state before we then progress with further steps with that.
Stop right there, come on. Enjoy it. See, now it's your turn to enjoy it. What they see is, what makes you happy? For me, just to get out of the couch just because you put the leash on, let's do it. But before, it didn't make you happy, it made you tense. Yeah.
We've got to make sure this time
we have to
follow it through.
Because she, as we saw from today, she's picking up things already.
Remember, she can't pull me. Once I put the leash, she can't pull me. This is a threshold, right? So she learns door means calmness, and then when people comes in, you're already practicing this. Now you just bring in the element of excitement. So every time she feels the leash, means calmness. Here she wants to pull a little bit, so I'm not letting her. So I'm down to the door. So here she's paying attention this way, so I'm ready to come this way. Be conscious about how are you inviting a dog to go someplace. Not just a dog that is afraid, not just a dog that is excited. It's any dog. Just be conscious about it and you will exactly get what you want. Because you can see it in Ellie today. Somebody knew how to ask her, and she gave us what we wanted.
Ellie doesn't react when the Frasers' two young children, Charlie and Maddie, return from school. But she Ellie has an entirely different reaction when their eldest daughter, Vienna, brings her family over for a visit.
So we're dealing with an obsession right now.
This is what we have every time. And like you say, she's by that this time on Vienna's in and she's jumping.
Sorry, Vienna. And then you get the baby. This is what my just coming there. I don't mind this back and forth. What I don't mind is the jumping, especially when you have the baby. Because if she gets too excited, she can use her teeth and not to bite, but just do this. You know, so let's do it again. Okay, let's do it again. All right. The first time is the hardest time. So the second time, right? It's much easier.
So what they have not been able to do in 3 years, they got to see it in minutes. And we did it over and over because I wanted to see that the repetitions that allow Ellie to see that this is what you want every day.
See, the more you do this, the more she gravitates. Yeah. So after that, then you open the door. Yeah. And then she comes in.
We've always used words and tried to, like, you know, shout at her maybe, or just tell her to go away or push her away. You know, the whole space thing has just baffled me in 2 minutes because we've always never done that sort of thing. It's amazing straight away.
Thanks for the challenge. Fantastic.
We didn't know what to do with Ellie. David sees it showing that we can just have the family in the house and just be more relaxed, and she will be a family dog. That's what we want her for.
The mistake lingers. Use Lysol Air Sanitizer.
Double shift means extra stress sweat. You need Secret Clinical. It gives you 3 times sweat protection. Oh, I need that stuff.
Ever since I can remember, I've had dogs. We've had Labradors and all my life, so I'm used to them.
I always wanted a dog as I was growing up. But my dad, who didn't really like dogs, wouldn't let me have one.
There was a notice on the web, notice board, black lab, 10 months old, free to a good home.
Lindsay sent me a text message that said, "There's a black lab free to a permanent home," is what the note said. It should have set off some alarm bells, really. When we first went to see Jack, what seemed like a rhino was trying to get his head round the door, and we could just get.
And I thought, this is a naughty one, this, but I didn't want to freak myself because it was his first dog. But I could tell straight away.
Standard procedure with trying to leash Jack up is that he's trying to bite the collar out of your hand. That's if he's not already been and got it himself.
It takes too long to harness him. It's always like a wild horse.
It goes rigid.
Walking him is never a pleasant experience. There's always something goes wrong because he's so big and heavy. You just pulls your arm out to stop him.
If a dog walks past us, he'll rear
they're up on the lead and I have to restrain him. And then when I actually let him off leash, if he sees a person and he charges them down, we end up in a confrontational situation with that person.
When people see him coming towards them, his tongue's hanging out, and he's black, and he's big, they don't know how lovable it is, they just see him coming towards.
Yeah. He's got so much energy, which is kind of a blessing and a curse. That's part of his problem, and also part of his charm.
He just hasn't got a bad bone in his body. He's such a lovely, well-natured dog. I thought because I'd had dogs all my life, I could handle this, and I could help Chris with it. But it just didn't dawn on me how much of a handful he would be. The place that we rescued him from is in a place called Hyde, because he's got a bit of a split personality inside. We just said he's actually Mr. Jackal from Hyde.
When Jack escaped from the house and was lost for several hours, Lindsay and Chris realized that his out-of-control behavior could cost the dog his life.
It was devastating because we didn't know whether he would be by a car.
I was frantic, running up and down streets. I've never been so distraught in my entire life. I mean, I don't know what it must be like to misplace a child because I was just completely in bits. Since that day, we've always had an issue about Jack and boundaries.
Chris and I were very nervous about having this front door open and the gate open.
Him getting injured, running through traffic, that's my worst fear.
I would love Caesar to get Jack to listen to us more when he's outside.
The thing I always dreamed of was having a dog that I could just walk. The relaxation, the benefit for both me and the dog, but it's hard work, both physically and mentally. We'd love to have him walking with us off leash, but we're always wary of that because of the way people react to him, which makes taking him out really stressful, and I avoid taking him out, and then there's the vicious circle when he's inconsistent. Most of the time taking him out, for the first half mile, I feel like he's pulling the shoulder out.
That's outside.
That's outside. Inside, he's fine.
He's fine.
He
It's a
is.
switch in his head,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, we're going outside, right? And then he's naughty,
Even
and he doesn't listen to us at all,
Yeah.
does he?
Jack, come on. When he gets in that excited state, how do you get? How would Jack describe you?
He can keep calm up to a point.
What I'm trying to help you see is why he's not consistent. Because we are not consistent.
Yeah.
You begin trying to control, but you don't follow through all the time. Once he gets into a more calm state, then you can overpower excitement.
We think we do. We've got to lay it down
We're
and
taking long enough for it to calm down, but in our heads it just seems like he's playing possum.
yeah,
And he's waiting
he's waiting.
for us to move and open the door.
When he's laying down playing possum and with that, that's an excited animal he knows. I just have to wait. You will put it on.
Yeah. That's it. That's
Yeah,
exactly what's
that's
happening.
exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
So you have to send him to a submissive state. Tame animal. You gotta keep him tame.
Yeah.
And you have to follow through. The follow through is what really allows a dog to be happy.
Yeah.
So what came to my mind about Jack is that we need to start with the basics, pretty much like always. I have to teach Chris what calm looks like and feels like. So me coming in, my visualization is a calm animal. Me opening the door, my visualization is a calm animal. Okay. So when we what I'm doing with the touch is not letting him escalate. He went from 0 to level 2. The touch just knocks him out of it and sends him back to where he was. Notice that the times that he gets excited is when this movement comes in. Now this time, he gave me a little bit more space. He's still excited about it, but he's settling quicker. See, this is comes from this state. And then internally, you say, that's what I want. Excellent.
We definitely get tense when we pick that up.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the time you suggest that we take the dog out, I'll think, I can't get into today because he's so stressful.
It's best to do it when you feel motivated. If you feel stressed, just honor that part because you're not going to be as effective. Even if you skip 2-3 days, 4 days, this guy obviously he can do it.
Yeah.
Most important, don't feel bad.
That's really liberating to hear you say that. Actually, it wasn't what I expected when Caesar said it's okay to not take the dog out if I'm feeling too stressed. It was almost like he gave me permission to say it's not going to happen today. I'm just not in the right frame of mind.
Every human being in the world has something to work on. As much as I give techniques, as much as I show him fundamentals and principles, I needed to take a load away from Chris. I want to see you in action now. If you also have permission to practice this way of thinking. Remember, we're working with animal. They know you're frustrated. But at the same time, they will wait for you. So don't worry about it. That was a great moment right there. You notice? Because he was like, so what do you want now? That was a good moment. That was a great moment. So open the door, drop the leash. There you go. Beautiful. Like it. Beautiful. Loving it. Let me tell you one thing, I love that. Because he's going with like, okay, this is new for me. You know what I mean? This is new. It's new. That's not the side that you share with me the most. Yeah. This is a step right here. It's really good.
The next challenge, seeing if Jack will continue to behave in the great outdoors.
So this line right here counts a lot. You can't. Every inch is a new scent.
Yeah.
I'm controlling every inch because it's the nose that gets him in trouble.
Yeah.
We're teaching him with the leash how to approach people because normally Jack goes and smells everybody. This is the best way to teach Jack how to approach once he's on the leash. So here he has to learn to pass by. There you go. Just to pass by.
I don't know what kind of breed that is.
Spaniel, is it?
Yeah. Ask him to what? There you go. From far away, that conversation.
Yeah.
He is watching how they're behaving.
Yeah.
See, they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So that becomes a conversation. This is good. Look, we have it right there. Beautiful. Off leash, loose. So even if the dog's off leash, his brain has to learn to practice to stay right here.
Yeah.
You're saying ignore that moment right
Yeah. I've never seen one that's the nose.
He will benefit more
Yeah.
being respectful than us allowing him to go and sniff.
Right.
We set it up in order for Jack to understand today this is the way we want you to walk with us. Because I want Chris and Lindsay to enjoy this walk like they have never done it before. Repetitions allows them to stay this way.
Yeah.
I have not changed my energy.
Yeah.
You see, my energy doesn't change. I'm taking advantage of a situation.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go in there. I just want you to see me, okay? It's here from here. I'm gonna approach that road. Hey guys, is that okay if I come into you? Yeah. So you stay right here. Yeah, no, he's totally fine. There you go. Yeah. See, he's showing submission.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the little ones are showing dominance. Beautiful. Beautiful. So what you're saying is how far can he smell her?
So you crossed the line.
He crossed the line. After I saw how Jack was responding after the meeting with the little dogs, and I saw that beauty, this is who you are, Jack. Here's your freedom, buddy. That's all right.
See, this is the point where I start to go, hey, come here.
No. Not yet. You're letting him experience freedom. So here, when he starts going too far, you stop.
Right.
By detaching himself from Jack, that makes Jack gravitate to the source of energy. for his family. He can't help it. That's an invisible issue. We saw it today. As soon as he gets distracted, we're gonna move. Stay right there, go. Stay right there. Then you trigger this. That's the leash. Every time we move away, Jack goes into a state of survival. Where is my pack? And Jack learned, what if I detach myself too far, I can get lost. And I'm nothing without my pack. When we act in a more calm way, a more like laid back way, more like you pay attention to us, then you figured it out. He did.
Caesar counsels Chris and Lindsay to look for opportunities to create training moments for Jack.
Oh, let me show you another one. Go behind that tree. There you go, both of you. Come on, Sean, search and rescue.
Labradors are used for search and rescue, narcotics, hide and seek. It's the same thing. It's just the nose. Use that environment to empower you and see that everything is there to help you.
It's just this he doesn't know right now, so I'm helping him to have a better use of his nose. So we do this with each other.
All of the exercises that Caesar gave us today when we were in the woods, they were really, really helpful in that he followed us. I've never had that kind of trust.
And it's given me a picture of what's possible, so I can think of that.
That's it.
I've got a picture of the things that Jack can actually do because I've seen them.
Nice.
I saw a different dog today, and it was the most enjoyable walk I've ever had. I feel excited about leashing him up, and I didn't think I'd ever say that. I'm looking forward to practicing being calm with him.
Everybody had transformation today. Jack got transformation, Chris got transformation, Lindsay got transformation. That was the whole point. That was the whole point for them to see the possibility.
Yeah, I've always imagined this, but I've never seen it before. I saw the dog that I always wanted today, even though I've had Jack for nearly 4 years. Today is day one. This is like a reboot. He's supporting that. I've seen what Jack can be like. I've seen the Jack with Caesar, and I know that that can be the Jack with me.
As my new pack leaders in the UK learn, envisioning the behavior you want from your dog is the first step in making it happen.
We just wanted to give you an update on how Kimberly's getting on.
She's staying with best from squads. She's having more confident in herself. He's got more confident as well.
Still got a lot of hard work to do. She's far from being perfect, but she's definitely getting better. So thank you. Thank you, Caesar, for your help.
Hi, Caesar. Just wanted to give you a quick update on Ellie. She's doing a lot better. She seems a lot calmer. So thanks for your advice, Caesar.
In the weeks since we saw you, we've followed your steps every day, and Jack has just been a completely different dog. It's amazing.
We remember all the exercises that we did with you, and it's paying off. Thank you, Caesar. Bye.
Way to go, guys.
I am the dog whisperer.
Implants custom made for you. Aspen Dental. It's time to smile again.
Not far from London's historic landmarks and the teeming excitement of the city, a 17-year-old college student named Dominic Kopczynski faces a daily horror show.
I heard that, the dog whisperer was coming to England. I instantly began making this video. This is Tyson and this is Jessie. They're both 4 years old. Jessie, she's very playful, she's very active, runs around a lot, but she also has this calm side, this side where she kind of is like a lady, she kind of sits up and looks around, What's great about Tyson? He looks at you, his ears go down, and he just gives you these puppy dog eyes. They've stayed with him since he was a puppy. they have really multiple ways of interacting, really. Like, they sleep with each other, they lick each other, running around the house, nipping at each other's necks and feet.
Dominic still lives at home with his parents, who were seemingly unaware of the drama playing around them.
Well, to tell you the truth, I never noticed bad behavior in a way that Dominic is the one who's most affected.
When people come over and they ring the doorbell, they get very excited. They run either to the door or to the window.
She doesn't want to bite anyone. She's just so over-friendly.
When I try to leave, it's kind of the same as when someone rings the doorbell. Worried that one day we'll open the door, they'll run out for whatever reason, and they won't come back.
Dominic's concerns are compounded when he takes the dogs for a walk. Out in public, his high-octane terriers turn into Cujo squared.
What they do when they see another dog is, when they get close, they start barking, they start showing their teeth, growling. When they lunge, they really lunge. This isn't like a small tug. This is, I have to use a lot of force to get them to stay still. They turn their aggression to each other in a sense because they can't get to the other dog. I'm worried that one day, say, the leash will break, they'll run, they'll maybe even attack other dogs. I think the reason the dogs are the way they are is my fault. I'm so kind of sad that these dogs, they can't live to their fullest because of essentially my mistake. When I got Jesse and Tyson, I've had this kind of fear and paranoia that something else will happen to him. That's why I'm always looking over the dogs. Whenever I walk the dogs, I don't look straight. I always look down to see what they're doing. I'm worried that one day the leash will break when they're trying to lunge at a dog, and they'll get attacked, bitten. They may even, get killed, or they'll run away and they won't come back. That's, it's a really big fear for me.
He's really living this movie, this in a way, like this fearful horror movie. You're a creative of your own life, you know that, right? Let's create the opposite of that picture. So how does that look like?
What it looked like for me is being able to walk the dogs, in the park, and they would just interact socially, calmly with dogs, calm dog that I could, be happy with. I mean, I am happy, but, when instances like being aggressive to other dogs happens, that's when I get...
That's the wrong picture.
Yeah.
We are picturing the picture that you like. You're mixing the two movies. It took a while for him because he just went an automatic intellectual, making this movie intellectually. Intellectually he was saying the right words, but he was not conscious of who he was being. See, at the beginning you were enthusiastic about it, right? And then whatever happened, then you didn't trust it. Eventually he got in touch to giving me a calm movie where you can see the smile in his face. Nice.
Okay, when we're walking, we would have a great time in the park.
You can see this going from this horror state, like, yeah, that feels good. So every time you're going through a panic or a fearful moment in your life, we must acknowledge it. I am fearful right now, but what I want to be
is peaceful and calm.
That's right. And then you start talking about it. So the fear is here, and then you hire
to make it pass.
That's right. The first thing I wanted to see is the whole ritual of the shoes and the jacket and leaving the house. How did that look like? So you can see how the dogs are going through this build up.
Usually I would get my coat on as well, and they would start reacting.
And then Dominic gets really worried, really tense, and really concerned because he's about to leave.
Back.
By the time the dogs hear the word back, it actually means bark. Back had the opposite outcome than what he really wanted to achieve. The part that is not on your favor, you're not asking them on time, right? So for example, once you're putting your shoes on, that's a perfect time to ask for the behavior of go back, because it's already coming into your space and you're seeing a little bit. Okay, so there's already having a conversation with you without the bark. Right, so that's a mild level of excitement. Okay, so let's do the shoe again. Stop him. Stop him right there. Turn around. It's in the back.
Back. Back.
Jessie was pretty dominant, was just a bossy girl.
Back.
Tyson is a very insecure little dog.
Back.
Move towards.
Back.
Beautiful, beautiful. Keep going. Keep moving inside that space. Oh, there you go. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep
Back.
going. So she's stuck mentally. The only thing we need to apply here. See it? More assertive energy. So what we have to do is we gotta claim that place.
Yeah.
So when you move in with a soft energy. So that's what she said. But you're not strong enough for me to give you the whole thing.
I have to show that's my spot.
Yeah, that's a conversation.
Stay tuned for more Dog Whisper on Nat Geo Wild.
Dominic Kopczynski desperately seeks Caesar's help with his out-of-control Jack Russells, Tyson and Jessie.
Right there, stop right there.
Back.
So she can't pass, or they can't pass that. Right there, stop.
Back.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Right there, turn around.
Back.
They didn't win all the way, so that's good.
It felt very empowering, but in a good way, not in a really harsh regime kind of way. It was kind of the first time where the dogs actually listened properly.
Relax your arm. Breathe. You hear the silence?
Yeah.
They're happy. Can you see the movie? Can you see the picture? Can you see how this can change today?
Yeah, it's kind of like how I pictured it.
Yeah.
But Dominic's greatest fear still needs to be addressed.
Okay. So,
Taking his dogs for a walk.
right, so now we put in the leash. Beautiful. When we managed to help Jessie to achieve calm submissive state, it was very easy to control the door situation, the window situation, the leash situation. Here, the leash. We're gonna do now, Dominic, is we're just gonna go to the door, open the door. It's gonna be a dog outside. For a long time, Tyson was the good role model, but when we brought the leashes out, when we brought a dog outside, then Tyson felt in danger because he knows he's weak.
Oh, my camera fell, y'all. Oh my God. I was sleeping good too. My camera fell down. Oh, shit.
So he went to the little panic and I said, "Wait, look, I'm not here to lose you."
Let's get off this live shit.
Then I brought a dog named Alex to help us, to give them a good memory.
And this is what I watch when I go to bed.
So they can't bring me to the dog, right? I'm going to bring them to the dog. Here, bring them to the dog. This is a dog that he never met in his life. So I said, you grab him and control your dogs. So that way I sent all the energy towards Taz. And Taz was his helper. Taz became his teacher. It became very clear why Jesse wanted to go after Tyson. Because Tyson just became completely unstable and frantic. Hey, this is frantic, you know, this is just frantic. They're still going through it. They're coming down. So
when I took back the big dog, I've never walked a big dog before, and it felt very, very calm when I was walking.
Short, you're short, yeah. The dog that he just met gave him calmness. That's good. Eventually, I gave him the 3 dogs, but I put Tyson next to Taz, and so from that point on, intensify his challenge. It's a challenge because I'm putting you in the middle of the hurricane.
Yeah.
Right? So then you walk towards your house. Nice.
It felt just very good, like leading a pack, taking the dogs to the park, you know, letting them off the leash. It doesn't seem like a dream anymore. It seems like an achievable goal.
You can't ask for a behavior until you give them a behavior. So this calm, assertive Dominic is what they were looking for. They couldn't listen to the other Dominic because they were too frantic to listen to. It's impossible for them to find peace with a Dominic that was fearful or panic or unsure and, you know, nervous about the outcome of things. Cool?
Yeah.
I don't want to overload you. Just keep it simple and just keep us posted. And that I can be a mentor to Dominic because he's in a perfect time to rearrange his whole entire life before he moves into what we call the grown-up world. Wrap the leash. Beautiful.
The most important thing that I learned is that I know I need to be patient and calm, and I also need to be confident as well. I need to make sure that the dogs know that I'm the leader and that I can follow through with my discipline.
It's gonna close the door, guys. Cool. That's it.
When Tony Nolan received an offer to work in Bucharest, Romania for 3 years, he and his family jumped at the opportunity and relocated from their home in England. The Nolans found Bucharest to be charming and delightful, but the bucolic setting masked a dark and forbidding underbelly.
Up until 20 years ago, Romania was ruled by a dictator called Nicolae Ceausescu, and one of the things he wanted to do with Romania was to industrialize it, and his answer there was to try and kick a lot of the peasant farmers off their farms and bring them into the big urban centres. But they brought their pigs and their goats and their dogs with them. And you know, the edible livestock, of course, were all killed, but the dogs essentially just used to live on the streets, and of course they just multiplied. There are something like 200,000 wild dogs roaming the streets of Bucharest, so it's a problem that's been out of control.
They suffer dreadfully in the winter time. A lot of the puppies just don't survive the winters and have a harsh life, really.
Our mum kept on saying to us not to like stroke street dogs because they had fleas, but then Mummy stroked Molly.
The street dog would just follow us home from school. I think we made the mistake of patting her on the head one day, and then that was it. She latched onto us as a family.
And I'd be leaving for work at 7 o'clock in the morning and stumbling over this dog on the front step. I mean, she was just completely relentless in pursuing us.
Yeah. Because me and Rosie really wanted a dog, and Mum kept on saying that we're not getting a dog because my dad's allergic to fur.
You know, I'm not a dog lover either. I mean, I'm allergic to dogs. I'm allergic to anything with fur.
She finally gave him and said, okay, if she's there, if she's still waiting for us after the holidays, which was going to be 3 weeks long, then we could keep her. And she really thought that Molly wouldn't be there.
So after 3 weeks, I think Tony arrived back at the house first, and he telephoned me to say the dog is still there. So my girls set up this huge cheer. So they go, yes, we got a dog, we have a dog.
Her original name was Fleabag, but we got really attached to that name, but we knew it wouldn't do because it's not a very nice name. So then Sarah came up with Molly, and Mummy came up with Molly at the same time.
For the first time in her life, she had a safe place to be. She had her bed, she had a regular supply of food, and she had a whole family to love her.
Nolans returned home to England. They were joined by the newest member of their family. Molly's love for Sarah and Rosie was undeniable.
I'm sure she'd, defend the children to the death. She cares for them so much.
Mum says that she thinks that we're like her puppies, so she's always trying to protect us.
She's made such progress. She's learned to wear a collar, she's learned to walk on the leader. All these things were new to her. She couldn't do any of these things before.
The issues we have with Molly is that she's just so unpredictable, and she'll be good as gold for 99% of the time, and once or twice she'll do something that we weren't expecting.
I think my biggest fear with Molly is that she'll attack another dog.
When Molly sees a dog, the first reaction is she looks like she's trying to size them up. I'm guessing she thinks they're going to be any threat. She'll just lunge at them, she'll try and jump on top of them, she'll growl, she'll try and chase after them, she'll pull off the leader, and she pulls very strongly. She's quite a strong dog.
And it's that interaction with other dogs that concerns me. Where we go walking, most of the dogs are off lead, and it's such a great way for the dogs to socialise. I feel sorry for her that she doesn't have that level of freedom. We can't let her off the leader, and she can't enjoy that level of freedom because of the way she is with other dogs. And this is just the last piece to fall into place for her so that she can enjoy being the family dog that we know she can become.
How can I help you?
We've got a dog called Molly, who we took off the streets of Bucharest in Romania.
Oh, we were hoping you would give us the skills to be able to confidently see Molly, be able to run free off the leader, and be able to socialise with the other dogs. She tends to try and dominate the other dogs, and it can appear to be aggression.
The outside behavior starts inside the home.
Inside as well, I think there's a couple of things I worried about. She gets very aggressive, or often she'll get aggressive. If she was consistent, that would be easy to manage. She nicked Rosie once, a couple of months ago, and that was a big shock. We can't trust her. But 99% of the time, she's fine.
All right, so let's talk about how many dogs have you had in the past?
Me, 0.
My parents have had dogs in the past, but I've never actually owned one myself.
So we have to raise your knowledge, so you understand how to connect to trust.
It's the unpredictability that's a big worry.
Now, I can see why would you be nervous, because you say she's unpredictable. And animals are very predictable, but you just have to understand how they function.
When I'm absent, or when Tracy's absent, that's particularly where I wouldn't feel particularly comfortable.
That's a triggering point, that's what we leave behind. I'm leaving, but I'm not very, 100% comfortable, and the animal picks it up. In the conversation, Mr. Tony said, every time I leave, I worry. So that means that we need to empower the family so he doesn't have to worry. Because he never had dogs, he can't really teach, right? He can only worry. So that's why I focus with the girls and the mom and empower them and teach them dog psychology 101.
Come on, Molly, good girl.
So what did you see? What
I thought-
you got her out of the car?
Yeah, I was pleased because she was calm and she waited until I asked her to get out of the car, which I liked. And
What about when she was not looking at you? When you would say, wait?
I thought she was listening to my voice.
I wanted to see so I can show him those small details that many times are not seen. Mine was already. And then you put a leash on her, and then that leash gives her access to go in front. And then the tail went up, and the ears went up, and the head went up. So now she's patrolling the area. Look how she's looking at dogs in the area.
Yes.
What you want is a social state of mind. She was never relaxed in the car and look at you as a source of direction. Her source of direction was the park. Look like she's paying attention. Let me have the piece of food or something. Look how I'm going to invite the mind to come to me, right? So it's not that I say the sound. The reality is that this dog is not going to enjoy the park because he's going to go after every single dog.
Caesar works with the Nolan family to help rehabilitate Molly, a mix they rescued while living in Romania.
That's one way of redirect. That's what I did.
That's amazing. Just the scent and the whole thing with the food was amazing to me because I've been using my voice so much and trying to control it with my voice, and to learn that that was the least effective way to control the dog.
Look at that tail. She's picking up a scent. Look over there. See it?
Yeah.
There you go. See the intensity. Look at the ears. The head is not too high, but that tail is telling you, I'm not focusing on my family. I'm focusing on things around me. One thing that is very important for people to know is what it means consummate state. What does that mean for me? See how that dog understands how far can he go?
Yeah.
That's a different mind. If that mind was aggressive or dominant, so that dog would come here right away.
Yeah.
They're paying attention to this human. You don't have that. That's why you can't have the off-leash experience.
Well, the rule of keeping her attention focused on us was really useful, and seeing it in front of me with the Doberman, the dog was enjoying the park in a whole new way.
Now, Caesar introduces Molly to his slip collar.
So that this flexi leash can be used as affection. This is going to be used as a structure so she understands what it means to be next to you first.
I'm going to move towards the dog so you guys can see. Look at the body language, look at the ears. Right here. Look at the ears.
The ears are back.
Oh, ears are back. She's traveling right now. This is beautiful state.
Okay.
I'm not going to move. This is good. I want him.
Oh.
This is normal. This is normal.
My dog looks.
That's what I said. Very well. Very well. So I'm letting him approach. This is the type of mind that is not going to hurt her. The only thing she's doing is she doesn't know how to greet. She wants to greet first. So what I'm saying is let him greet first so that she takes a submissive position.
Right.
See, look. So it's no dramatic experience here. Beautiful. Beautiful.
So she sees it's not a threat.
Well, I made her see.
You made her see.
Yes. Because I created a rule. The rule is I introduce you to dogs. That way I can guarantee people at the park that we are going to have a great time.
I can see that by putting rules and boundaries in place for Molly, she actually has more freedom and more opportunities open to her to enjoy the park in a whole new way, which was never before possible for her.
But to know that Molly can communicate with dogs without her getting anxious, it's very relieving actually. It'll be just easier when we can get to the stage that we can say, oh, there's a dog, never mind.
So even just passing by, it's an activity. Then you have to learn that it's okay for dogs to do whatever they need to do. In order for a dog that has already chased another dog or has acted dominant to another dog, that dog has to learn, okay, so if I can't do those behaviors, what do I do? So that way she sees that you can play with another dog, then she has to stay here. And I'm teaching my dog, if she sees another dog playing, don't chase him. We're making sure we're responsible with a dog that has a tendency to be dominant.
So by Sarah being confident, Molly doesn't need to take charge of the situation. So then...
Go for it. That's beautiful. That was good. Relaxing him. Yeah, beautiful. Gorgeous.
When I walked with Molly today, it felt much better than when we walk normally because she felt more relaxed.
Stop. There you go. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Relaxing him. There you go. That's it. So you don't want to see this. Yeah, that's what you want to see. So if she doesn't do it, you just touch her there.
The most important thing I learned today was not to pull on the leader, only to correct and direct Molly.
Beautiful. So
Best not to talk. That's a better move right here. Very good.
One thing I learned was to be kind and supportive, but also like to hold money properly because we always used to pull.
Nice.
I felt really relaxed.
Beautiful. Good handler.
What I'm going to share with Tony is to give the children more responsibility when they're out with Molly, because they demonstrated today that they were more than capable of handling her on the leader, and I'd like to see that grow and develop with the girls so that they become confident dog handlers.
She said to visualize a picture, and I did that, and then she started to behave.
That's right.
So you visualised the walk?
Yeah.
Good.
Enjoy it?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you, lady. It was
Thank you.
lovely to meet you.
Thanks.
My pleasure. This family really put things into practice right away. So if they stay to the plan, to the simple plan, they can eventually see the big picture, but they have to work at it. Because remember, this is their first dog. Very good. Nice. Like it. You're doing a good job, ma'am. Nice.
Feed boots aren't made to sit on a shelf. They're made to be worn.
From roughage to radiance. So many ways to save. Life ready. Wallet happy. That's 365 by Whole Foods Market. Welcome to Toyota Class. We're taking your friends to the snow in a Highlander. Oh, you met human friends.
Right now, lease a new 2025 Tacoma for $279 a month. Toyota, let's go places.
A few hours northwest of London, on the shores of the Irish Sea, lies the historic city of Liverpool. A bustling metropolis, it is perhaps best known as the birthplace of the Beatles. There's a lot to see here, unless you happen to be a cooped-up Dalmatian named Cooper. The only part of the city that he sees is his own backyard.
When on my way to work, I see people walking the dog's fine, and they're happy, the dog's happy, and it makes me sad, and sad for him as well, because he doesn't want to be cooped up in the house all the time. I saw the film 101 Dalmatians, and you see them all behaving so well. I asked my dad if he could get a dog, and he said no. So I went and asked my mum,
And she knew. I say yes. So went off up to Lancaster to pick him. He's so small, you wouldn't believe it now, size it. We brought him back in the cat box and he cried all the way on the train.
As an adult, Cooper still does his share of crying. Only now is when his owners get ready to head out the door.
Cooper's a bit too attached to my mum. If she leaves the room and leaves him in here, he'll cry at the door. He follows around the house everywhere. If she's upstairs, he wants to be sat upstairs with her.
Somewhere I felt because I was basically soft with him. Because of what? Mel accused me on lots of occasions, gave him treats when the backs were returned, which I have done. I enjoyed it then, but now it's going too far. He gets very jealous. We have to make sure before he come round that we can keep him under control.
He's barking at the window, he's on the back of the couch, and then once he comes to the door, he's barking at the door to the front room. It's like he just flips, you can't get through, so you could listen to anything you say, you try and pull him off, he's so strong, it's hard to get him off. When people leave the house, he goes crazy as well. I think he is scared, I think he's not used to anything outside. He hasn't been out for ages, and because we don't have much visitor anymore, he's not used to people coming. And he is scared, he's just trying to protect us.
Melanie used to enjoy walking Cooper to the park, but that was before he began pulling and chasing after other dogs.
It's just impossible to go past people and keep hold of them properly. Gradually got worse and worse. We started chasing more dogs, they wouldn't come back in the park. So we muzzled them, but even then,
people, but even then, if you still see people, he goes crazy. It's been 3 months since he last had a walk. Right now, we only exercise in the garden. We try and stay out there for as long as we can, a couple of hours.
The garden's not big enough for him. He's very, very powerful. He's ripped all the arms of the chairs. It's closed. And I think it's because it doesn't get out very much. He's got all this energy. There's no way of releasing it.
I hope Caesar can change the way he is when people come to the house. I hope we can have him so we can walk him. He's just stuck in all the time, but we really love him and want to give him a better life.
When it was little, it wasn't too bad, but now it's getting bigger.
It wasn't too bad when
It
it was
wasn't too
little.
bad when he was
It's cute.
Yes. But now he's big.
Yeah.
Don't even see them yet, but he's a big dog.
If she leaves the room, it's fine. He'll cry at the door for her.
Do you realize if your mom is not on board, you will be in an endless rehabilitation
Yeah.
mode? Like with never.
Yeah.
It's just the dog will actually turn on you.
Yeah.
Everything you want to better your life, you have to give up something. So what are you willing to give up?
To give up.
Yeah, you have to give up something.
Spoiling him.
Just
Spoiling him.
I don't.
Just treat him like a dog instead of
Okay.
like a.
My suggestion is not to give up the spoiling. My suggestion is when to spoil it.
Yeah.
This is very important, especially for a woman to spoil and to care and to be nurtured. But I just want to show you how to empower yourself without taking this identity away from you. Any healthy relationship must have a structure, must have a goal, and so when this conversation is not fulfilled, in a partnership, it goes in different directions. And so you're no longer in the same path. Miss Gail was pretty anxious, and Melanie was pretty tense. Many times people can be nervous or anxious about being on camera, but when they were talking about Cooper, that's when this insight came, that's when this tension came.
Badly behaving Dalmatian Cooper creates quite a stressful family life for Melanie folks and her mother Gail.
Tom and Sir.
Caesar wants to see Cooper at his very worst, so he decides to play the role of unexpected visitor.
One thing that I help people to recognize and to understand is nothing will change if your energy never changes, or your state of mind, or your emotions. Okay, I like that. That's great. Yeah. See this thing? See how he's behaving here? When I was outside, when he was barking this, one good base, and then he went into. So that says he's unsure. But right now, I'm just gonna block for him to get too close to my space, in order for him to receive a different feedback from me right away. So that way I don't become a chair. So it's not like a negotiation, it's he can commit. So it's just block, instead of him sit on you, and then you push him back, or you grab him by the collar until you invite him. So it's not that we are not sharing the couch, it's just we're saying when.
A dog whisperer crew member stands outside. Now Caesar can show Melanie and Gail the best way to answer the door while keeping Cooper under control.
So what would you do in a situation like this, besides being tense?
If we're shouting out the rooms, we do pull him off by his collar or tell him to be quiet.
So you can't open the door without him getting out?
We've got to squeeze past. We've got to
Okay.
squeeze through the door.
So what's this? So you claim the door. See, I already claimed the couch on the rest of the back. He was stepping on his scale, and he had no idea that he was doing that. No, don't. You claim that as you're good, because you gotta support my conversation. Many times I tell folks with the scale's eyes, and she just move away. So that's affection. It's like saying, "Good boy for poking my eye." A calm, dominant dog will make space, but he won't step on his path. But he have, what he's doing upstairs. He have to, in a way, do the other part. So if you notice, I didn't drag him down. I just lead him and wait until he makes the move. So it's a partnership.
Yeah.
So now the door is open.
We've never been able to keep the door open.
But see why? Because I'm coming from a calm place first, and then when you know what you're doing, it just automatically makes you confident. All right, so we're gonna have somebody knocking on the door. Is that okay? Okay, Jack. Slow around. There we go. Step back. Very good. As soon as he comes here, do this. There you go. Yeah, because he's looking for a feedback. Step back. Step back. A little bit more attitude. A little bit more Liverpool. Come on. Give me some more Liverpool. Now, one thing is this position here. So versus this. Yeah, just visualize a powerful woman. Even, cartoon characters, they exude power.
Yeah.
Have you seen bouncers when people go to the club? Yeah, they're blocking. Yeah, they don't want to push because then the whole riots begin. You know what I mean? They just block. All right, Jack. Use your leg. Yeah. Nice. Stay right here. Right here. As soon as you turn around, just do it. Turn around. If he comes back, you send him right back. Just right there. Nice. There you go. Turn around and do it again. He's going to challenge you to try it as much as you want, but then your patience have to prevail.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, hold on, Jack. So the person has to. There you go. Keep going. Keep going. Beautiful. Now it's a bigger challenge because the scent is already here. But you're saying how to read the scent. There you go. Beautiful. That's a big accomplishment right here. Your turn. You're not gonna follow him yet. You're gonna give him direction. Go ahead. You can totally be a good coach. He's not done. So what you can do is you can move a little bit. Nice. It does. Yes, yeah. Because if he stays that way, he's not done. As soon as you turn around, boom, he moves in. Nice. I like that one. Keep going. There you go. You gotta see that he also moves. Otherwise, he could be right in front of his face and he just do this. Never moves.
Yeah.
Stay there.
That cook the stomach out.
That's good. That's fierce, yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Tom. Go back. Does he give you eye contact? He says, what do you want? That was perfect. For me, it's not about following Caesar's way. It's not about following the dog whisper way. It's about following their way. I'm just leading them to what's possible and to find their inner strength. What is it really? Because Cooper didn't feel that the muscle wasn't made to experience. It's totally fine. And at the same time, Melanie just emphasized that she feels good with the muscle on. It just gives her a sense of freedom. That's why we use tools. It's not to block the dog. It's really to empower the human.
But after seeing Melanie struggle to walk Cooper with the harness, Caesar decides to swap it out for a standard leash, which is less likely to encourage pulling.
See, because he's pulling you so much, we gotta change that.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's gonna drag you when he sees that dog.
Caesar's assistant today is Kate Nicholas, who gained notoriety when she appeared on British television with her dancing dog, Jim. Kate also helped Caesar during his speaking engagements throughout the United Kingdom.
Here's her. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful.
Never been that easy before.
I'm just keeping the leash up so I can block the prey. That's all I'm saying. But smell the dogs, but don't try to go after them. Much better. Calmly. There you go.
You look so calm. Even when he approached the other dogs, that wasn't Cooper that we knew even yesterday, last week.
So now see the difference? See, now he's moving his face away, so he's surrendering.
I can't believe it. It's because I used to be so nervous and so scared going outside. And now I
feel a lot more comfortable, a lot more relaxed.
There you go. Thank you, moving. Nice. Cooper is not a bad case. It's just a bad case because people become very afraid. Everything takes practice. To spoil a dog takes practice. To make a dog unstable, it takes practice. So to rehabilitate a dog is the same thing. You're already consistent. You're just not consistent doing exercise, discipline, affection.
Much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to teach everyone what we've learned today, how they should do it, and how to behave around it. Hi guys. No more of the night walks. Daytime.
Now you're going to come right here because now you see that you can trust a little bit more.
I mean, tomorrow's going to be that beginning of a new life for him because he's had no life, been stuck in the house for so long. So tomorrow's his first day all over again, and this time we'll go out, especially we'll do it night.
We share much in common with our mates in the UK, including wanting the best for our dogs.
Hey Caesar and everyone on the Caesar team, just recording this message to give you an update on how dogs are progressing. They seem to improve a lot more obedient at home, listening to us and everything, calmer on walks, can let off the leash, they can run about in closed off park, they can interact with other dogs very well as well. They are still a work in progress, but it's been a big improvement, and I just want to say thank you Caesar, everyone on the Caesar team.
Stay consistent with your leadership, Dominic, and you will continue to see changes in your relationship with Dyson.
Hi Caesar. It's been a while since you came to help us with Molly. Haven't we been improving a lot? We train Molly every day. She's getting much better at staying where she is until we call her. We're still trying to work on creating the boundary that you told us to make, but we're getting much closer to that goal. She's improving since your visit, Caesar, although it's still a lot to learn. Thanks, Caesar.
And there is good news from Liverpool.
Hi, Caesar. Just to let you know, because he's been doing great since you were here. He's been walking twice a day and no longer lunging at everything that goes past. He seems a lot calmer and a lot happier.
You,
I didn't think he was actually in the garden anymore. I thought he'd been taken away somewhere. And to actually come downstairs into the conservatory and actually see him sat outside, not barking or spinning, just relaxed, was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
but we all know that when the owner comes back, the dog goes back to where he comes out.
Down at Caesar's Point, Milo makes a beeline for one of his favorite indoor stress relievers, the pillow inside his kennel.
What I'm saying here is this habit of you releasing your frustration on the pillow, I agree with it. So the touch, it was to stop him from being excited. Excitement is what makes him go back and forth. So when I snap him out of him from there, then I can give him direction. We just have to remind him, whatever you did over there, you're going to do it over here. How much sort of energy is number one? Whatever comes after, like outside sears, like lavender, to an active nose, the feels, the things associated, and with graded. You always want to ask the animal, just go back to basics. You go back to basics.
I've never seen him so calm. Never.
So this is just day number one.
Yeah. The most important thing I've learned today is I need to be calm. It's more about me taking control rather than Milo taking control of me.
To help take control Milo when someone comes to the door, Caesar asks one of the production assistants to play the role of a visitor.
So what he's doing, he's alerting that somebody's at the door. I get that. I mean, because you're most of the time by yourself, and then so we're allowing that. But once we get to the door, and then we got to snap them out. So we're not removing the whole body
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
Okay, that's allowed. We didn't correct them. We just say, okay, now I'm at the door, calm down. So the whole touch that I did right now is just to snap him out of it because he gets way too much. That's it. You already told me. I got it.
Yeah.
But if you don't trust the person, just let it go. And then he sees. But sometimes you do allow this behavior, and sometimes you don't. Use your feet in this way. Not ready yet. Use it again. You're not ready. That's good. Hold on. Why is it now better?
He's away and he's calm.
You see at the beginning?
Oh, he's
At the beginning he went around.
Yeah.
What he's saying is, are you serious about this? So you're saying there's no negotiation about this? He said no.
Next, Caesar role plays the guest when Penny repeats the door exercise with Milo, this time carrying her baby.
That feeling where I could stop the barking and control him was amazing. I feel like I'm back in control now. I'll say that I've been taught how to correct Milo properly, and now obviously we've got a family dog that we can keep for Phoebe. She can grow up with him, then I'm not going to be too scared about that anymore. I think my husband, when he gets home, is not going to believe that it's the same dog.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for bringing us to your house. And more than anything, I appreciate this gift. Just for a little while.
I feel proud of myself. I'm pretty happy with listening. I'm pretty happy with, I don't always lead. Sometimes I follow.
Thank you.
See you later.
Because here, we take care of our own. USAA. Become a member today.
Reese's and Hershey's Zero Sugar. New goals never tasted so good.
Was your done, Corliss?
Riot women. There's no songs about being middle-aged and menopause and more or less invisible. Wow. And you thought the Clash were angry.
When you're ready for spring break, emphasis on the break. It matters where you stay. Book your spring break now. Hilton for the stay.
Joanna Gorley knew marriage would bring big changes to her life, but she never dreamed that life with husband Colin would turn out to be so adventurous.
It started off about 2 weeks after I got married eventually, and then I was informed that we'd be travelling.
Colin and Joanna have spent 11 of their 20 years of marriage in a variety of African countries. Along the way, their
with what?
Magic City, just it would be lovely if they could get on with other dogs. And I've got a friend over the road with her dogs, and it would just be fantastic if we could go for a walk. She's got one purebred golden retriever that she's had from a puppy. He's just very laid back. So the food aggression, I'm assuming, is probably part of the package that we're doing something wrong, and
Yeah.
you can help us with that as well.
Absolutely. Okay, yeah. I was a bit confused with my evaluation of some of the findings. That's why I decided to go inside by myself.
Caesar knows that the way dogs react to him on first meeting will clear up any confusion.
The girls just gave us a beautiful show. I was really happy to see the primal behavior.
Yeah, that's patrolling. I should like the patrolling state.
These particular girls were already in pack, so they didn't really need anybody. Everything was under control as far as they're concerned. The black dog looks more domesticated. The horses here is a great example of feral. Feral to me is right. It's untouched. It's just a feeling you get. It's really deep. So this would meet the other dog. The reason why I needed to bring a dog is to see how bad they were.
Join his neighbor Pam Marlowe volunteers her easygoing golden retriever.
Is it okay for him to help me today?
Yes, yes.
That's great. In what way?
Well, he's just so big, just wants to play with everybody. He's quite active.
Yeah.
To go around the world.
days she rescues because she falls, let the mind get into a little wild state. She gets a beautiful example of all the moves that can happen when you're like playing your drum. Ooh, that's good. Alright, so I'm coming in. So she was doing it. So once she's in that state, then you know how to take it. So it's easier. Joe, she was already a factor. You can see it with the kids. She just didn't know that you need to practice the same thing with a dog. You want to take the leash. Okay, I'm going to take the leash. And you want to show the girls. I'm going to guide you through it. Okay?
When Caesar told me that I was to take Harry and walk into the back garden where Sophie and Smudge were, I was a little apprehensive, to say the least.
I like that. That's pretty good. Shut up. You stay right there. Right there, right there. Right there. Now, your dog, go on, come. Creative limits. Boundaries. You are going to tell them when to go towards. Nice. See, lowering the head is a submissive, is a submissive disposition. That's good. Now release the leash. Because she says, all right, you want this dog in? You got it. You don't have to worry about the white one. The white one gives us more distance. The more distance they give you, the more submissive they are. Right? Whatever happened in the past happened in the past. It really did not affect them much.
It was a great thing to find out that we didn't have to bear the guilt about having the dogs in quarantine and having previously used them as guard dogs as well.
Now there you go. You rearrange yourself. Nice. Beautiful. Just keep it calm. That's right. Every exercise we did, she needed to understand the calm submissive state. So this is walk. So we do walk. The girls give us access to show Joe what options you have. How to study. What a better example to have is two Rottweilers come towards you. People will run away from one Rottweiler. So this is another strategy if you are afraid of powerful breed. The case. There you go. That's the reason why you move. So at the same time you get to practice leadership.
The most important thing that I've learned today is that I have to be in charge. I have to be assertive and I have to believe in myself that I can be the leader of the dogs.
Go this way. There you go. Relax a little bit. There you go. Bring it. There you go.
Walking Sophie and Smudge, us two Rottweilers, I would never have believed possible.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Made me feel so good. Gently.
So we're gonna let her either now. Let me get into it a little bit more. And I'm gonna show you the steps.
I was afraid when Sophie had a bone. There was no way that I wanted to go and try and take it off her. So watching Caesar was just amazing.
Here they're just trying to figure it out. The point is, see now she's given sideways, meaning she's no longer excited about it. Now she is calm, submissive about it. We do it in a way that makes sense to her, but we're not taking it away. If she stops eating, she didn't learn it. We show power and honor. We show what dogs do the same. When to move in, when to move back, when to stop, when to use a sound. And then there's a big one. You want the bone? I just said no. He says, you come with the broom, and that really freaks me out. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. And thank you so much for saying it. That's very
Just fell down again. God damn it. I'm getting awful loud. The camera keeps falling down. Damn it. Shit. I'm sleeping good. No incidents. No gas. No burping. I'm hungry though. Shit. That's the bad part about not sleeping a lot. Wake up hungry. I think I'm gonna get a piece of chicken with some hot sauce right quick and go back to bed. Woo. Bobby, you get married or what, guy? Bye.
My thing, baby, this is my thing. Hair done, lashes done, eyebrows done. Yeah, we ready. We are going from New York to Senegal. Nice. Sorry, do a little 360.
Bobby is gonna get married.
This is beautiful. Don't cheat and look at her in. I don't cheat. Miss Quincy, congratulations, madam.
That's what trying to her friend, man.
Good afternoon, OGs. It is a new day, and I am starting this volleyball at my layover in New York City, baby. We are at JFK. We have a 4-hour layover, and then we are going from New York to Senegal. So right now, currently in the Delta One Lounge restaurant. This is my first time actually in the restaurant, y'all. The last time I was here is when I went to Ireland, but I never came in the restaurant because my layover wasn't that long. But I'm actually super excited to have a long layover so that I can explore and actually eat and actually enjoy the lounge because y'all, they got massages, they got all that. So I'm hyped. But this is the menu, y'all. I'm trying to debate. Literally everything on there you can get whatever you want. You got the first course, the second course, dessert, beverages, baby. You got everything. I don't know, y'all. It's between the yellowfin, then also risotto, and then also I like pumpkin soup. So I don't know what I want for my first course. Also, y'all, they got complimentary drinks. For my first drink, y'all, I just got the Smell the Roses. It's a non-alcoholic beverage, which has strawberry lemonade and non-alcoholic roses, like rosé. So that's what I got. Yeah, me. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes, please. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all, drink is here. This actually really good, and it ain't got no alcohol in it. Ooh, let me taste it. It's strong. Ooh. Drink a little. Don't so you take your name. This is the alcoholic beverage right now. I feel like cough first. How many can you get? Is it like one? For the water? Can you get? I get as much as you like.
Oh, what you told that from?
Alright, I ain't gonna be greedy right now. Okay, I wanna try a risotto too. That's it. Yeah. That's it for the first course. The burger. Yeah, the burger. Medium. Alright, y'all. So got a new drink. This one is called the wait. Let me show y'all. That one is called the Winter Cosmo. Alright, y'all. So let's try it. Oh, this is even stronger. Like it got a low key taste of peach, but all I taste is alcohol in there. Let's stick to my alcohol free. Alright, y'all. So course one, first course, we got the pumpkin soup, got the mushroom risotto, that look good, and then the steamed mussels. So we're gonna try the pumpkin soup first. This looks good. Ooh, this is good. So I will give this. Nice, yeah. That's good. Okay, thank you. How long your break? I was like, you about to be late. You about to be late.
If I do start with the table and, I get real acquainted with them, I always want to let them know.
Yeah, thank you.
Anything else right here?
No, we good. Thank you. Okay, y'all, these the mussels, and maybe I already tried them. The broth or whatever this is at the bottom. Ooh, that's so good. No, these are the 10 out of 10. The broth is what really makes it. Alright, y'all. For my second course, I got a burger and I also got steak. Now let's try the burger. And I usually like everything on my burger, y'all, but this tomato is too damn big for me. Like, this is too fast.
So we gonna remove her, and we gonna keep the good one. Spencer got the big name. I have fries, y'all taste like McDonald's fries. All right, y'all. So this is the dessert. This is the brownie, and then this is the dark chocolate souffle.
Well,
You know I always like her for one. Alright, y'all. So right now, heading out of the lounge because it's time to board. I'm like, all right, y'all. So made a quick stop at the duty free. So we're about to get something before we touch down in Senegal. You're welcome. Oh, give my breakfast too. Yeah, maybe you guys can do it better than me. Okay, you got it? Okay, there we go. No, it wasn't on my phone. Yeah, no, we sent it to her. Oh, yeah. I told you guys. Thank you. How long are y'all gonna be in town? Where do you live? We'll be there for 1 week. 1 week? Okay. I'll be ready the same. The 16th, you live on 16th. I think the 16th, the 10th line. Back? Oh, that morning at like 11:30? Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah. We'll be on the same line. Oh, okay, cool. On Tuesday. Yes. Thank you. Alright, y'all. So just boiled. Got some TV mixed with orange juice. I got my water ready. I don't say I bring her everywhere I go. How long is this flight actually, y'all? I have no clue. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. It's 6 hours and 40 minutes. We're gonna be up and then down. So you know it's yeah, hello. Yeah, period. Here, how we doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, our board store is now closed. You may continue to use your mobile devices as long as they are set to your mode. Federal registration. Safety video features the following
Alright, y'all, it is 8:08 and we got 6 hours and 43 minutes until we arrive and we're about to get ready to take off. So see y'all when you go to Senegal. You want any food?
I don't know how people do this shit at night. What the fuck, bitch? I'm not agreed. Okay, what the fuck? What is this you doing? Oh my god. Let me watch Daria. Excuse me.
exactly what you're looking for. Booking.com, booking.com.